What's good, guys? It's Sick here, coming at you with another little commentary style video. Today we are looking at a nice 20-piece solo gameplay using the Kar 98 and the Owen gun, which honestly has become my absolute favorite loadout I think ever that's been in Warzone. I really do like the Owen gun with its capacity and not too much of a downside on the movement for all those bullets. But anyways, so we're landing peak here. I always like to go either peak or airfield in solos. Sometimes it'll call for a nice hot drop in one of the random sub-pen or arsenal places, but I always peak is always a good trusty spot. You can see it's absolutely a party here. Came in a little early, so not many people have actually touched down yet. Missed those. Hit the shots well, but just didn't have quite enough ammo in the gun. This guy should have killed me. You know, and one thing with watching this gameplay back that I've really noticed is how many times that small little things could happen and your game's over. So personally, it's kind of given me a little bit of insight into not getting as frustrated in deaths and things like that, where you could see, I mean, numerous times throughout this, twice already I almost died. Once to that gas can, and then to that kid. So it's really really kind of puts it into perspective of how close you often do come with these large scale games. You know, right there, I'm less than 20 HP. You know, if he had fire rounds, he even might have killed me. So I think it's just a good thing to point out like that. We snag this kill here. We only have 3 up, which is kind of low for this point in the game at peak, but it seemed like a lot more people were concerned with down low in the whole area. But all we can do is clean it up here, you know. Snag that 3rd one right there. We're chilling. His heartbeat actually comes in so clutch here at peak, because I don't know what level any of these guys are on. I'm, you know, pretty sure that the roof is relatively clear. Maybe that one guy who just landed. But oof. And then that right there almost kills me. That gas can coming up the zip. So I mean, here we're only what, 2 or 3 minutes in, and I've already come very close to death a few times. But that's just, I guess, how the game goes, you know. Definitely will help me with getting a little less tilted at some of my deaths. Just kind of puts it into perspective for you. Boom, we get the heady there. And now it's like I know that eventually someone else is coming back up to the top here at peak. Kind of, I don't mind usually playing this waiting game. Because it's better for me to wait here and then get the kill, rather than I just jump off and, you know, this kid flies in right above me as I'm jumping off. Then I'm definitely dead coming down this mountain. That should have hit. I don't know why it didn't, but that's fine. Those gas grenades are super powerful. I personally don't like them, just because you can't run through them yourself if you throw it. That also could have done with hitting, I think. I don't know about that, though. Honestly, pretty lucky that no one was on this side down low here. Very well could have been a guy chilling, waiting to get up on the roof. So we managed 5 kills already, which isn't too bad. Still got 93 alive. I usually like to have at least, you know, 10 with 50 up in these solos is usually my metric of if the game's going well or not. I mean, obviously some games you just can't really do anything about it, you know. Just don't get lucky with seeing people. But anyways, and again, this is probably my first solo match in maybe a month here, like seriously playing solos. My boy Zalo kind of egged me on into getting a nice win here, which I'll show you the Twitch chat for it. But yeah, I've always enjoyed solos. You do kind of have to play with a little more of a level head and take things back a notch sometimes, because usually when you rush up to someone who's like chilling over somewhere, they're probably fighting, waiting for a fight themselves. So when you come in, just, you know, guns ablazing and swipe up the kill, I find that I just get third-partied so much by someone who was waiting there that whole time. But alright, we didn't see anyone else there at peak. Snagged our loadout right here actually on that bridge, and now we're just cruising for this bounty. I don't usually like pushing too far out of peak before the circle closes, because then I don't know where it's gonna come back into play, and you never want to go away from peak and then have to go back up it again. At least in my opinion. The balloons definitely add much more of a ease to that. But as you can see here, I'm kind of just now holding people coming out of peak on this side of the circle. See, I could have jumped off on the gondola on the other side and went and really engaged that bounty first, but this allowed me to stay up, you know, up on top of peak pretty much that whole time. So you get that snipe there, end up with 9 kills so far, looking really good for the numbers. Like I was saying, that 10 kill at around 50 goal, we're, you know, pretty much right there. We've killed everyone we've seen, so I can't expect too much more out of it. Looking for this guy here. I know he pulled up on the UAV. He was below me, so he's got to be down there. He wasn't floating or anything. Honestly, don't really know what he was doing this whole time if he's not on the buy, but whatever. I don't know what he was thinking, but here he is. He comes back out, and we were able to clean it up. He's probably, maybe he saw me and he was waiting. I don't know. Alright, so we get that 10. There's only 40 alive. Which, I mean, for that 20 kills or the high kill games, that's not too ideal, but again, like I was saying, I've killed everyone I've seen, so you can't really ask for more. And you don't want to force, especially in solos, you really don't want to force too many engagements because of that third and fourth party vibe that happens. I find that there's always little clusters of 2 or 3 people close by each other very frequently, you know. And so here, this is always why, another reason why it's really good to look at your map. So if we take this back just a little bit, okay, so right here, no, a little more. Yeah, okay, so keep an eye on that car behind me on my map, because I thought that this guy swung all the way around and got in the car, so he totally had an easy opportunity to kill me. So that car is moving right now. I didn't realize that. I thought this was the bounty. And like I was saying, I just flew off I think I hit the balloon or something, and kind of just forced myself into this engagement, and that proves my point there, where I easily could have gotten hit by the guy in the car behind me. And then now I finally realize, I'm like, oh, he wrapped all the way around, but he didn't. I saw that as the same skin. Yeah. So I mean, this guy that I was just fighting now has such an angle on me. But again, I just got lucky there, I guess. He didn't want any more smoke in the fight. But I totally could have gotten killed by that mistake there. Figures that they both had red hats on, and I didn't even really notice it in the game. But again, like I was saying, sometimes you don't want to just, you know, like maybe in duos or trios or quads even, where you're just kind of jumping and putting yourself into engagements. That definitely is a little more risky here in solos. So yeah, we got, what, 2 spectators now, sitting pretty. Let's see, do we clean up this bounty? I think we do. Yeah, he's right down here. Yeah, so I mean, I easily could have gotten pushed throughout all this time, this last 30 seconds of me going up the hill by that first guy I was fighting, and I wouldn't even known different. So again, that's the other thing, is we're, you know, the chances and luck does kind of have to just come your way sometimes, which it is how it is. But we're up here with 11 kills, 29 left, looking pretty good, you know. And then again, here's another spot where there is a guy over my right somewhere now in that other building, and I could have easily just gotten swiped out of the air by him, but didn't even realize that they were different people, unfortunately. You know, and again, I do have to go down this hill for the buy, but that's alright. I usually just like to not have to do it for a rotation. If I can avoid going up a hill during a rotation, I always will. So we're chilling here, you know. I really didn't even expect the possibility of getting up to that 20 kill mark with 25 alive now. But another reason why, just because a few people are dead, you know, its numbers are a little less, it's still go for the kills, you know. End up getting about half of the remaining ones, or a third of the remaining ones here. Come back around, nice little headshot. Don't use your heartbeat in the open, bud. And here it gets a little hectic. I was trying to think of a way to kind of explain my thought process throughout this, but it really was kind of just see the red dots. You know, I know this guy's in the open, the other guy looks like he's behind cover on my left, so I go for this one first. Sitting in a bush like a handsome gentleman that he is, and I almost died there. I have literally 5 HP. So one more bullet could have changed up that whole game. So many times. Lucky I do see his head there in the bush. Seems like this part of the VOD is a little grainy, so my apologies. So yeah, definitely got lucky there seeing that guy's noggin. Just clean him up. I don't. In that low building. Yep. 14 up. So now quickly just got 3 kills, and the whole game kind of turns around here. But yeah, that spot's gonna come in clutch a few times because you see. With the positioning here, this circle's going to come right onto that. So, I mean, it's almost like a mini version of Peak where I'm just holding all these people coming from that valley and the bridge on the other side. And you know, I really don't have to move pretty much from that spot the rest of this whole game. So positioning really is key. Obviously, I got lucky with some of the circle pulls clearly helped me so much. But yeah, I didn't even really try to do it like this, but you know, looking back on it now, it was the move, and I've put myself in positions just to get easy kills and holds, and I don't have to chase anyone. They're all coming to me. Just something to think about, especially in solos. You know, duos and trios and quads, it's a little different. People aren't as predictable, I guess you could say. I mean, you come across some bush campers in this that are weird, but as far as the rotations, it's like I know there's a couple people coming from here, and they're probably not going to take a vehicle because it's solos and they're afraid of that, you know. But no one look at these shots. These are really bad shots. These didn't happen. I didn't miss all 5 of them on this bot. It totally isn't what occurred. So get a little lucky there. Kind of lose my composure. But in hindsight, with this other guy being here, that was kind of clutch. Yeah, I had no clue where that guy came from, man. And there was another one who he just killed, so. But we cleaned those up, thank God. Got a little sketchy there. The guy who I initially was shooting at got killed, I think, by the rose skin. And so there were a lot of people right there. We skip ahead a little bit here. I was just kind of looking for some people. Snag that down. Now it's time to, you know, just lock it in. There's only going to be 5 more people alive. So really just got to be careful. This is the point where, you know, there's going to be no gunfire for 2 minutes, and it's only in the rotations. But that is the one thing I do like about solos. It's just how tactically you do have to play it. So I really did not move from this rock in the last 2 or 3 minutes of the game between those kills. Kind of just chilling up here. Again, getting super lucky with the circle pulls, which there's nothing you can really do to prepare for that. Almost get swiped by this kid. Really blended into that bush super well. Seemed comfortable sitting in there. So now it's a 1v1. And just a waiting game, you know. I'm thinking he's down there to my left, which really could have gotten me killed here. Hello. So we snag up the 20th. We snag up the 20th. That was my first and only solo game of that night, I believe. So we managed to get it. You know, again, not too much as far as the learnings, skills there. You know, my best would say is just pay attention to where I held from peak and where I held on that bridge to really not have to work for my kills or move around at all. That'd be my biggest suggestion here in solos. But anyway, guys, thank y'all so much. I really appreciate you sticking around to this part of the video. Make sure you go check out my socials. I am live every single day on Twitch, where we're doing crazy things like this and having a good time while we're doing it. So love you guys. Thank you very much. Peace. Jeez, Nick, I was fucking nervous as fuck, bro. Well, 6k damage, 20 kills. Let's go.